I greet you all in the mighty name of our Lord Jesus Christ. So today, I thank God for giving us this day, for giving me this day, that I have a day that I can give you my testimony and be an encouragement to you. So it's two things, my testimony and encouragement to you. So my testimony starts like this. I once prayed one morning, and as I was praying, God gave me a business idea. And this business idea was printing business. God then directed me to start a printing business. So immediately after prayer, I then went to my husband, and I spoke to him about it. And I've realized that the minute I spoke to him, he was for the business. He was like, wow, that is great. Me speaking to him about what God has told me within this business, he then now realized that, or he remembered that he had done graphic design at college. And that was for me, I was amazed because I didn't know then that he had done that. The subject is graphic design. So he was so happy about the fact that it was like a small child becoming alive again. I saw something different in him when we started to speak about this printing business. And he was the one that would like, and then we can do this. He came up with all the ideas that I never had any idea of. Anyway, so for him to, mention the fact that he did graphic design was a wow. And number two, then he came up that he knows of, he have seen in a book, in a magazine that he once read 2 years before I mentioned this business idea to him, that in that book there is companies that are selling this printing machines where we can get it from. And okay, we looked then for the magazine, we found the magazine, and then we got the address where to get the printing machines. Then we went on. Now we went on, and we went to go and buy the machines. We started the business. We went up and down. We started to, be in rock and roll of this business. That is the mistake that we did. And that is when I say, I want to encourage you, apart from the testimony that God gave me this idea. We seem to have received a business idea. We seem to receive what we have been waiting from God all along. And then the minute you get what you have been waiting from God, you now leave God behind, the source of that idea, the source of that blessing. You now leave Him behind, and then you run on your own. You do everything on your own. And that is it. That is where we let me say myself. That is the mistake I did. And by doing that, I became so frustrated. I couldn't even finish this business. I became frustrated because I was the one who was running around. I left my husband, not leaving my husband, but I was the one who was the one behind the scene, the one who's doing the business, the one who's going out, the one who's trying to do the marketing and everything. I did all by myself. So now for me, I've learned by doing this, you need to involve God. You need to go back to God. Like David would forever go back to God and say, Lord, will you be with me? Lord, should we go? Lord, what do we do? God was always involved. David was always involving God in every plan, even though he knew that he was a great warrior. But forever when he had to go to the next step, or when he had to go and fight with a new tribe, he consulted God. And that is what I didn't do. So my encouragement for you today is that take that idea and go back to God. If you are stuck at this moment and you have not moved forward of what God has given you, and you were so sure that this came from God, take it. Go back to your Father and ask Him, Lord, where did I go wrong? Ask Him to forgive you because you left Him behind. Admit you were wrong. Admit your sin in that, and you will see God will bring you to a place where you become unstuck. Why we get to a place where we are stuck? It's because we leave God somewhere. And my encouragement for you today is, don't leave Him behind. Walk with Him like you would walk with yourself every day when you go to work, when you go to your business. Walk with Him. Ask Him, Father, what do I do now? Do I continue? What is my next step? Involve Him like you are not in this business. Involve Him more, because there's a trick. If we receive the blessing that we've been waiting, and then you leave the source of the blessing, you're going to get stuck. And that is where I was. I thank God today that I can look back and I can say, Father, I ask for forgiveness. Father, I ask, and I'm coming back to say, help us again. In all this process, in all what I was just saying and mentioning to you is that what I've learned is that don't receive and leave God behind. Walk with Him. He is with us. He said He'll never leave us nor forsake us. Why do we leave Him? Why do we reject Him? I'm encouraging you today, get back up